Alright, what is going on YouTube? My name is Steve and this is my very first upload to my new YouTube channel, The Shady Investor. This is something that I've been wanting to do for well over 2 years now, but a lot of things, fear included, has prevented me from taking the steps to actually doing so. It wasn't really until right around Christmas I saw a post online that says, don't allow the fears that are currently preventing you from doing dope stuff this current decade follow you into the upcoming one. And that really resonated with me because there's been a lot of things that I wanted to do, or I was interested in, or I was curious about, that I allowed that little negative thought in the back of my head to convince me not to. And I'm pretty sure you guys can relate. So what I did was I came up with a New Year's resolution that I was going to get this first video up within the first 2 weeks of the year. And I wasn't going to allow things like not having the right camera or the right lighting, or not having my studio that I'm building to be complete, or anything of that nature to stop me from getting this up in that time frame. As for me, I am a 31-year-old entrepreneur / real estate investor out of the Midwest, specifically Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Due to the success of one of my businesses about 5 years ago, I was able to quit my job and run that business full time. Since then, I've had multiple businesses, some that are doing really, really well, and I still have. Some that I would prefer not to talk about, but all of them has helped me and molded me into the person and the entrepreneur that I am today. Since I've been on this entrepreneurial journey, I've also been able to help some of my closest friends and colleagues who had similar aspirations of becoming entrepreneurs get into a position to where they can work for themselves. And that's honestly what I want from my channel. Like, my goal with this channel is to get anyone who has a burning desire or itch to get into real estate, entrepreneurship, investing, anything of that nature, and just don't know what to do, to help them get the ball rolling. I remember when I first started, and I was looking for content for people that can actually like help me with the little things, and I started to realize that a lot of the content creators was so far away from the things that they did that get them there, that they kind of just glossed over it. They spent more time saying like, yeah, this is what I did to get here, but here's what I'm doing now. And they spend really on time on like helping people get to how the steps that it took for them to get there. I actually remember I was watching a YouTube channel one time about real estate actually, and there was a guy who, he was throwing out stuff. He was like, yeah, so if you don't know what ROI is, if you don't know what ROI, or if you don't know what cash on cash return is, if you don't know some of these terms, then maybe you need to educate yourself on that stuff before you start to become an investor. And in my mind, I'm like, this is literally why I'm on your channel, because this is the things that I need to learn. And so those are the things that I want to make sure that I take the time to teach on this channel, which is another reason why I want to start my channel now rather than later. Because even though I have a couple businesses that are successful now, and I have a handful of investments, I wanted to do this before my businesses go from 5 to 6 figure businesses to $1 million businesses, and before I go to having, from the handful I have now, to millions of dollars worth of real estate. I wanted to be able to actually do that now. That way I can, in real time, go over some of the things that you guys may be going through starting out, and then hopefully I can get you guys to where I'm at now. And then as I grow, and as my businesses and my portfolio grows, and then you guys will be able to take that information and grow as well. Now, before we begin, I would like to tackle 2 key areas of concern. That way, if there's anybody out there who wants to follow me down this path, can do so without any hesitation or reservations. First and foremost, I would like to say that I have no theater, communications, or video background, which basically means I'm just a guy with the camera and who will be doing all this by himself, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So with that being said, if anyone wants to go down this journey or this path with me, I will ask of you guys to please be patient as I take the steps to learn these things. Some of the video quality may not be the greatest, but I'm going to make a concerted effort to make sure it gets better each and every video. My hope is that the content that I'm bringing will entertain you guys enough until I get up to par with those things and they kind of like level each other out. But like I said, until that does, again, just be patient with me. I'm gonna figure it out. Secondly, and most importantly, I want to throw my very first disclaimer out there. The shady investor has nothing to do with how I conduct business, nor does it have anything to do with me morally, my ethics, or anything of that nature. It is simply the fact that because I wear these shades 90 to 95% of the time. The reason why I wear these shades so much is because about a year ago, I decided to go get an eye exam. That's me getting an eye exam after knowing for 15 years that I should have been wearing glasses back then. But since I've been getting older, my eyesight has been getting a little worse, and it's been harder to do things like drive at night. Now, before you start to judge me, keep in mind that I did take initiative to solve the problem. So listen, I don't need you to judge me on the very first video. Like, relax. But with that being said, I went out and got an eye exam, and my script was so high that I do not like how I look in regular glasses because the lenses are so thick, and then because I got this huge head on top of me having this huge head, then the frames have to be bigger, and then because the frames be bigger, then the lens becomes bigger, and it just didn't work for me. So what I did was I just decided to grab a pair of shades that I already got and put my script in there as to kind of hide the thickness of the lens. I do have a pair of glasses that I wear around the house, like when I'm cleaning and stuff like that, that I may show in the next video, but that will probably be the only time you see them. And actually, I'll tell you what, in the next video, I'll tell you the funny story about kind of the day of the eye exam, and then I'll actually wear that pair of glasses for you guys, and that way we can kind of get all of that out the way. What I will ask of you is if you guys do plan on going down this journey with me and becoming some of my day ones, I would like to ask you guys to, as the channel grows, kind of defend my honor, because there's going to be people who's going to misinterpret the name, or they're not going to agree with something that I said and try to label me as a scammer simply because of the name. And I will want you guys to be able to clarify that, because I'm not going to be explaining this much. After these first couple of videos, I'm trying to move past it. If someone can't correlate the meaning between the two, then that's just them. But if you want to be part of the Shady Squad, I don't even know if that's going to be the name of the day ones, but if you want to be part of the Shady Squad, like, by all means, if you could do that for me, and then I'm going to figure out something I can do for you guys as well. So in my next video, I'll talk more specifically on like what kind of businesses I currently have now, my real estate, how I got into it, and then I'll tell a story about that. So all that stuff will be in the next video. Now also in the next video, I'll put kind of like the specifics of this channel, like upload times and how often I'll upload and things of that nature. So if you, like I said, if you want to bro with me and go down this path with me, by all means, I'll see you guys in the next video. But if not, thank you for watching this video, and I'm out. Deuces.